Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome to another production of the program. Here we are on TV once again, once a day, every day. Turn on the machines and live forever. I gotta get some water. You know, are drinking water, view? Mizu nonde maska, huh? I'm gonna get some water, so, whoa, look at this, a little shifty. I'm gonna get some water, and it's gonna be part of couch time, so I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go maybe outside and see if you can see me, and see if you can hear me still, too. So I'm counting this as part of couch time, because I am going to be doing some rambling when I walk outside. Come see me, maybe I'm gonna go up to that. I mean, there's a tent. That'll be my thing. I'm gonna go next to that blue car when I go out there to get the water. I guess I'm gonna put this jug of water in the car and get my other jug out of the car, bring it up here, and then maybe I'll remember to fill it up or not. Well, no, who knows? I don't know how many jugs I have now. 3 or 4, at least 3, maybe 4. They're hard to know because I have so many different ones in different places. So now I'm outside and I'm putting this thing in the car to get the other one out of the car. It looks like I only have a jug in the car that's like half full, which is gonna be something. I guess this is gonna be the studio jug, and then I'm gonna have to try to fill up the car jug if I remember. If I don't fill up the car jug, then I'm having some issues, but I'm gonna go over here. Oh, not gonna hit my car. And I'm getting the video a little bit. You can see me do this thing. Hey, I'm over here. I think it's this screen. All right. Okay. Not get hit by cars, and I'm about to go back inside and see how much time that was. That guy was changing his clothes. Hopefully he didn't get too much of them on there. I mean, you don't have any privacy when you're right on the street. I guess he's already changing his clothes on the street, and that's a risk. But if you're, not telling everybody that the street's getting taped, but it is, and it's questionable, the ethics of it. I'm not too worried about the consequences, except for like the spiritual consequences, you know? I'm slightly concerned about the spiritual consequences of keeping the guy who put a tent on the street right in the middle of a pretty busy intersection. So maybe we can share the blame. Can we share the blame at least? I don't know if this timer is working. Yesterday it didn't seem to work, but now I hear it working, but let's see if it's gonna go all the way. You know, it stopped working one time, and then it started working, and I didn't replace it, and it's like, hey, well, it'll probably never do that thing ever again that it did that one time, right? Isn't that how things work? Like, when things stop working, mechanical things, suddenly they start working again. It's fixed forever. Never have to touch it again. So that's what I'm hoping or believing. You know, if you don't live that way, then how are you going to live? Just in constant fear of everything getting broken? That's a possibility. But nobody wants to live that way. But should we? Nobody wants to live any way other than just like, I don't know, wild decadence or something, unless you're over that and then you don't want to live your wild decadence. But it seems nice, wild decadence, doesn't it? Instead of just like waiting for everything to fail, including your body, which is kind of, I think it's kind of mechanical on some level. Everything is, but even our own bodies and our own health, and we're trying to watch the mechanics of it. Like, they go, well, I recovered from a problem. That probably means it'll never happen again. Like, it doesn't hurt you, it makes you stronger. I mean, that's what it kind of seems like with like devices and whatever it is, and maybe even with maybe if we go in and actually do something about it, then maybe that's true. Like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, because maybe you found out about an issue and you started treating it, but like, or like if you have a problem with your car, and then you go back in and fix it, maybe it's stronger, or like you can break down your muscles and when you rebuild them, then they're stronger. And kind of in a car, like maybe if you go in there and fix it, maybe your whatever you're doing will be stronger than the car was from the factory. But if you won't go in there and fix it, then I don't think it's going to get any better. What's up? Are they starting it up right there? There was like somebody sleeping on the thing, and then there was people in the alley. Now they're around the sidewalks. Freddie! Hey, Freddie! Hey, Freddie! You can't hear me. Hey, Freddie! I'm yelling at him. Patsy! Patsy! Hey, Patsy! Patsy can hear me. Patsy the dog. You see them on the streets? You see Freddie and Patsy on the streets? Patsy heard me. Yeah, Freddie's walking by the thing. I wonder if they're starting a new camp. That person's definitely has a bed. Is that the person who's sleeping on the thing? They have a bed now. Good night. Sleeping right there. On the wall, there's a sign that says "Protect your community" on the wall, and there's people sleeping right under it. So that's like out the window news today. Man. Well, what's going to happen? I'm kind of concerned about them all as a community. I'm kind of concerned about the homeless. They don't have a home. They put up a, if I wanted, I mean, not I wanted to, if I was forced to sleep outside, I would definitely sleep in the woods. But there's probably most of them are in the woods and only a few of them are on the corner of State and Capitol. I mean, that's what the Capitol, I mean, that's the corner that I'm on. And it's a pretty funny corner to be homeless on because it's like kind of, I mean, is it the responsibility of the government to house and like take care of their citizens a little bit? I think it might be. If not that, really, maybe the responsibility, either like the responsibility of the government is either to care for and help their citizens, or it is to stop and punish their citizens. And those are kind of the two thoughts of the political process, I guess. Maybe it can be a little bit both, and I think maybe like you're trying to protect, well, maybe some people think you're trying to protect the good from the bad, or the right from the wrong, and then you got to decide who's right and wrong, and who's good and bad, and who really can be the judge of that. Only, Allah or something. So, who's going to judge? The government, the people? I guess we're judging all the time, but they are out there, and maybe we should help them. I mean, they want to eliminate student debt, but maybe we should eliminate homelessness. We want to eliminate something. I mean, definitely it's all a problem, right? I mean, what if you're both? First we'll start off with eliminating homeless people's student debt. If you're homeless because of student debt, then you get the first help because that's eliminating both of those problems. But then there's a lot of other problems too. Which one are we going to eliminate first? It's kind of like at those game shows, like celebrity game shows. They're fighting for charities, and they're all. I mean, it's all in good faith, I guess, with the charities. But it's like, hey, if I win, then like the getting rid of diseases scientists, they get the money, and it's like, well, if I win, the adoption children agency, adopted children's agency gets the money, and it's like, well, if I win, then the it's like the ballet fund for the disenfranchised youth, which, you know, I don't think I'm saying that one because it's like not as important as like ending diseases or helping the adoptions of children, of parentless children, and then there's like, hey, let's teach those kids how to act. So then they're battling, and teaching the kids how to acting is fine in general, except for when you're in a game show competition and there's a battle between the charities, and then you're like, well, maybe we should just give the money to the disease people and not the people who are teaching children how to act. Because by act I mean like theater. Hey, I'm giving my, because that's like what a celebrity might want to be doing. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to give the money that teaches street kids how to, the ways of thespianism. And like, how, hey, this kid is now can say that, like that thing where he's talking to the skull and he's asking the skull if he wants to be or not. And it's like, well, maybe before the kids learn to be or not to be, they should learn to be, or they need a shelter, or not to be diseased. So it's like, hey, before we start getting into this like really crazy philosophical stuff, I think that like the shelter of children is kind of beyond philosophy. Well, maybe it's right up in it. Yeah. Well, I don't know if Freddie heard me or not, but I was yelling. I know the dog heard me. I saw the dog turn around. I don't know if I was like, hey, why is this dog turning around? What's going on here? So, we'll see about that. Yeah. Well, let's see. We've still got a few minutes left of couch time. Couch time seemed longer today. Yesterday, I don't even talk about yesterday. Huh? Yesterday, I was here on Thursday at about, what, 5 or 6? Kind of the same thing. I'm trying to remember if I was writing in the book yesterday. I think I might have been. Threats. Yes. I wrote about threats yesterday. No, so it wasn't. It was Thursday. On Tuesday, there was the bomb threat. It was around, so I did the program around noon. And afterwards, I went to the movie theater to go see Sonic 2. And I liked it. I thought it was very good. You know, I think maybe I liked it better than that You, Me, and Everything You Know movie that Yellow Fellow really didn't like. And I thought that one was fine, but I think Sonic 2 might have been better. And it had Jim Carrey in it. He was pretty wild. That was pretty fun. I was in the whole theater. It's like in the afternoon. It was good to, like, I'm like, oh, hey, I have a weekday afternoon to go see this movie when there's not too many people there. It was kind of a weird screening of Sonic 2 because it was me and two, maybe like a 60-year-old couple. They might have, yeah. Like, I'm like, what are you, I guess I'm like, what are you two? I mean, it's kind of a kid's movie, but I grew up with Sonic, you know, was playing that when I was a kid, so I'm like, well, I'm going to go see Sonic, I'm a fan of Sonic, but what are these, like, two 60-year-old people doing seeing Sonic? Like, I have somewhat of a reason to go, and I'm like, what are they doing? They just want to go see whatever? Maybe they have that movie pass. I'm thinking about getting that movie pass or something, but I don't know. I guess I pay that much for, the movie pass is like $20, which is as much as like Netflix, basically, so I'm going to turn off Netflix and go to the movie theater. But then I'm going to be going to the movie theater every day or all the time. But I might as well. It's like, hey, I'm going to the movie theater every single day. But then you can go buy the popcorn if you go every day, because the popcorn doesn't come with that pass. I think they're just trying to get people in there to buy the popcorn. They're like, hey, as long as you show up. I don't know how, I mean, it's the whole, I mean, the movie theater is like more like the gym at that point. It's like you pay your membership, and then you're like, oh, I got to go see these movies, or I got to like use my membership up. It's like if I don't go to a couple of movies, then what? And you're paying them anyway. Movie theaters is a weird, I guess it's the same as the gym. Like, subscription fees, basically, so it's like you're hoping they don't show up, and they buy your thing, and they don't show up, and then you're getting the most value. But, like, the movies, you're showing the movies either way, and there's going to be people in there or not. and like the more people in there, the more money you're making. But it's not doesn't make a difference for you as like the theater owner how many people are in there, because doesn't cost you any different really, and you're sending those kids. I mean, pretty much anything at all. You doesn't make a difference for you because you're like all the kids are doing the work for you. So like if there's more people in there, you get more money, and the kids have to clean up more. But there's no skin off of your wallet. Oh, are they fighting? They're at least yelling. Whoa, what's going on? Maybe they're getting kicked. Are people getting kicked out of other places? It's kind of weird that they're starting a little community here. I mean, they're definitely people who deserve respect, but kind of feels like ants. When you see one ant, you're like, here comes the ants. So here comes the people who maybe I'm being propagandized that to dehumanize them, but they're taking that parking lot, taking it up in that parking lot. Oh, timer went off. All right. I'm gonna go over there. What are they gonna do? I mean, that parking lot is very open. There's no shelter in that parking lot whatsoever. I'm over here. Let's see. You can, yeah, look at that guy. What's he doing? I guess we should watch him. All right, let's watch this guy. What is he gonna do? Let's call Andrew over there at the house. See what the house is doing. Even though he's there, he's gonna be there all day. I'm gonna go back. Yeah, go work overtime again. All right, here we go. Calling Andrew on the thing here. Maybe if it works. I think the computer was restarted. Uh-oh. Yeah, now it's thinking. Now it's struggling to do the thing. Everything's struggling on the computer. Oh, it's all the computer stuff.
System ready. And I suggest you do that.
What?
Just a suggestion. Hey, Dr. Kenny, I got a question for you.
Yeah, what?
What in the hell are you stuffing in your pie hole, motherfucker? I could tell your pie hole was full last time you called me.
Oh, yeah?
And I couldn't actually hear what was in your mouth, so...
Yesterday, I think I was eating pizza, if I remember right.
The question, what was in your pie hole? Stuffing that fucker so full you couldn't even talk properly.
I don't remember yesterday now.
Huh?
What was I eating? Something?
That was what?
Pizza? I think it was pizza.
Part of the question. Motherfuckers. God damn, motherfuckers. Oh, shit. So, I'm having a hard time trying to decide what to say. Yeah. Turns out I'm helping somebody get their driver's license nowadays. Which means once they get their driver's license, then I probably have to help them buy a car. Yay for me. Shit. But I want my freedom back. I want my life back. They keep saying, but other people have seniority. Well, no shit. It wouldn't have mattered. Doesn't matter. Get your license. Drive your own ass to work, because I don't want to have to come get you no more.
Wait, why do you have to drive people?
So, yep, that's the way it's happening. In the process. We're in the process. It's only a matter of time now. They'll have their license and I'll be free. Woohoo!
What?
I really want my freedom back, motherfuckers.
Yeah, what, how did they take your freedom?
They got me so jerked around.
It's like
Actually, I'm jerked around and I'm not jerked
it's like some
around.
Braveheart
My
kind of
job's
stuff, huh?
going super. I just stand around mostly. Fucking point here and point there when people look at me and they go off and do shit that I showed them how to do earlier. And then I just stand around and look for other shit to do. Point at somebody else or point.
Mm-hmm. Or from a bro. Where's your freedom? Oh. Whoop, whoop. I don't think he's doing anything else. Hello?
Hello?
Andrew? Hello?
Hello?
It's the program. We're on TV. How are you?
Good, how's it going?
Good. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Watching TV?
Yep.
Yeah, what's on TV?
Atlanta.
New one?
Yep.
Did that guy find his phone?
No, he threw it, his fucking friend threw it in the garbage at the end of that episode.
Oh, yeah. So then what, they just moved on? Is that friend still around?
I think they were like on tour or something.
So it was just like fleeting? They don't really stick around for continuity kind of thing?
Yeah, this show's super weird.
Those phones, they're connected to their phones. I stopped taking my phone around with me, even though I wouldn't do anything much with it though. But like now I just leave it at the house.
Yeah.
And it's nice. I mean, it's not like I was ever using it before, and maybe not like nobody was ever calling me because they knew they couldn't. But now, I just don't have it. I'm out, and I'm not even a thought.
Wow.
I should probably throw a car or a phone like in the car, like maybe just in case of an emergency. I can call like 911 or something.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people need that now.
What?
Call 911. I mean, a lot of people get stressed out. They don't have their phone for whatever reason.
Yeah. Well, I can see if I'm driving and I get stuck somewhere, but then there'll be other people around with the phones. It's like every other person around you has a phone, and you're just like, hey, can somebody let me use their phone? Or I'm just going to plan around, or I'm not going to do things. There's no reason for you you should get rid of your phone. You don't do anything anyway.
Yeah, my phone just gives me stress. Well, I use it for the internet part. I could just get like is an iPod Touch still a thing?
Huh?
iPod Touch, is that still a thing?
I mean, that's basically what I use the phones for.
That's all I need.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just don't pay them.
Yeah, I just want a pocket-sized tablet that's hooked up to the internet.
Well, it works in Wi-Fi zones or at the house. You're streaming the podcast at your job, huh?
Yeah.
Well, all you gotta do is download them ahead of time, and then you'll be okay. But then you can't do things on a whim. But I think I like it better that way, actually.
That's true.
Then you have a little bit of a plan, you know.
What's more convenient than Spotify? Are we at the peak?
Well, what's more convenient than Spotify? Maybe something where you don't need a device. Like
Get a chip in our brain?
Yeah, chips in your brains. You just start thinking about music and it starts going. You get bored of it. Yeah, chips in your brains. Not having to pay for it. Maybe at least like some kind of like better Alexa, Google Home deal where you can, it's just like a thing in your ears and you just talk to it somehow, and it's better than using, you don't have to look at a screen, but it somehow works.
Right.
And it just knows you better. I never used that whole Spotify thing. I skipped it. I'm still using MP3s.
Yeah. If you have like a computer hooked up to your brain, does that mean you're like a superhuman kind of thing?
Or subhuman.
Yeah. Yep.
You might have seen this. Remember, I'm always talking about this, that maybe you, of all people, might have seen this episode. Remember the Outer Limits from the 90s?
Uh-huh.
Remember that episode where they had basically phones in their brains?
No.
I tell this story often on the program, actually, but there was an episode of the Outer Limits where, like, in the first scene, like, these people are driving to a restaurant, and then they go into the restaurant and they sit down, and then the waiter brings them food. And then one guy, you ever think you're telling stories like our mother?
Yeah.
I think I'm telling the story. This is like a mom story, but
Like mom's story.
this is how mom tells a story, and we got it. But so they sit down at the table, and they are so everybody gets their food, except for one guy. He doesn't get his food, and then they're like, "Oh, I forgot about you," and it's revealed then that they all have basically brain phones. This is like in like '94. So they all have, like, they all communicating with the restaurant on the way there. They all order their food when they're going to the restaurant. One guy has some kind of medical condition where he could not get the implant. And everybody thinks that he is less, you know? They're like, oh, there's that no implant guy. He's dumb. He can't even, so he had to, like, read books and stuff, you know? And everybody's like, books? Oh, I already know everything there is to know in the world immediately, you know?
Wow.
And then what do you think happens?
He kills everybody?
No, there's something goes wrong. I don't remember what, but everybody's brain phones stop working, and then that's the only guy that is like even a functional person in any way.
Yeah.
And then he has to. That might just be like, yeah, you know, whatever happens after that. I don't remember the whole thing, but that's what happens in the show. So like everybody loses their brain phones, and then nobody remembers anything except for this guy who's read books, and he has to teach people how to read or something.
It's pretty on the nose, I guess.
Yeah. So put that thing down, kids.
What if you have a person with a chip in their brain? Wouldn't it make sense that a person with a chip in their brain would be the best teacher for people without chips in their brain?
No, I think I think it's good to learn together.
Yeah, but you could have a person with the chip in the brain also there.
Yeah, but I think it's always better to just have tools. Like I would definitely rather have a phone than a chip in the brain. But maybe I would also rather not have a phone at all. But if they're like, hey, do you want to put this chip in your brain that's a phone? And I'd be like, no, I just want a phone. Like, why would I want the chip? That's like superpowers. I don't want superpowers, you know? It's like, hey, do you want like Cyclops? You know? I mean, that's like, he can shoot blasts out of his eyes. And that's it. I would rather just buy a gun. Because then you can put the gun away.
Uh-huh.
You can't put crazy blasts away. So if you have that chip in your brain, then it's probably gonna like advertise at you while you sleep or something. You know?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. It probably already is. I mean, the phones might as well be in your brains because they're on you all the time. People are worried about getting tracked. Like people are worried about the vaccine. And they're like, I don't know about that vaccine. I think it's going to put a chip in me. And then they're going to track me. And they actually are tracking you in the phone. And that they're already doing it. So it's like, if you're anti-vax because of that reason, then maybe you should stop carrying a phone.
They say that like through like Twitter and shit like that.
Everybody's watching me. And it's like, yeah, it's because you want people to watch you all the time.
I don't like people watching me, Twitter.
Yeah.
Tweet.
Yeah. I like people watching me, but I don't think. Oh, Freddy's here. Oh, hey, turn on the lights, huh? Where's the dog? Did you hear me yelling at you?
Hey, Freddy. Hey, Freddy.
Nope, it's Andrew. Did you hear me yelling at you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nobody can hear him.
If you had $100 billion, would you solve world hunger or buy Twitter?
Probably neither.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. Wouldn't buy Twitter. That seems like a waste of money. It already exists. And solving world hunger sounds very difficult. You see that out there with the dog?
With the dog, yeah. Did you see me?
dog?
You didn't hear me yelling at you?
Well, I did, but I was running upstairs. And I was running because the other dog was barking.
Oh, okay.
It was like barking at my dog and making my dog freak out. And I had dinner for me and Madeline.
Okay.
So,
your dog heard me.
really?
Yeah, because I was yelling at you and then you weren't responding. So I yelled at the dog. I yelled the dogs and then the dog turns around.
Oh, great. Well, the other dog was barking at her like crazy, and so, and we're at the point in her training where she's not really supposed to meet other dogs on leash anyway, and that dog didn't really seem like the kind of dog, but she really wants to meet all the dogs, and that's step one. Step two is start introducing her to dogs on leash with permission and saying like, giving her a command. That is the meeting.
You can't like directly tell a dog to do things like with language, you know. So you have to trick them into everything.
Yeah,
so it's like
exactly.
this weird, like really, it's like really long form, like training their minds to think things that aren't the thing, and then you've like basically like brainwashing this thing. It's like, and then they think that it's like you got to make them think that they want to do it.
That's the best way to do it.
I mean, that's how you should do it with like kids and stuff too, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of like making them like through punishments and stuff like that, you train them, make them want to do things.
Yeah.
But that's not how it usually works. You just tell somebody to do it. But yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. Well, what do you want? You want to stay online, Andrew, or you want to hang up?
I'll hang up. Goodbye.
Bye. We're getting into it about thinking about the people getting monitored by phones all the time and. How that's happening, you know?
Yeah.
And people are concerned about getting the vaccine when you carry a phone. What's going? You see, it's like they're like restarting a camp over there. It's like, is that a tent?
That's a pile. Hard to see. Well.
Yeah. They're doing something over there. I don't know what.
Those are the folks that often are sleeping over in front of the other thing. That's just a shopping cart with a bunch of stuff in it. Is what that is.
Okay.
But I think, you know, that's a spot where if you stay there, the police are not allowed to give you a trespass charge.
Why?
Because the owners of the building have said that to
But that's
police.
like that's the parking lot. That's like they're like always ticketing people.
Well, but the parking lot is not the same thing as like up against the building. So they're like next to the building. And most other places they move people by being like, move, or I'm going to give you a trespassing charge, and then they.
You think those people know that?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know if they. I think they might just be there. This kind of sounds like when.
This is what I got. I mean, our like ambassador friends were talking about this. So it's like, I think they know. It's like common knowledge, I think.
Yeah. I think that the people. So not to compare you to my father. But remember, my father was saying that the criminals are committing crimes because they heard that they're not throwing people into jail.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I think they're just committing the crimes and they're not like thinking of the consequences.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, look at this. So is this maybe like a causality kind of thing?
But that's why the camp was there to begin with, I feel like. You know, I feel like word travels.
Yeah.
So it's like the reason the camp was able to be there is because the building owner was like, you can't like they're not trespassing. We're allowing them to be here.
Yeah. I told my dad, I said, I think you're thinking that the criminals are thinking ahead. And maybe I'm thinking that the homeless people are not thinking ahead and I should be giving them more credit.
Maybe. I don't know. I think definitely because they're not on this side of the street.
Yeah. Well, they were there sometimes.
Yeah, but I think they get moved along. And so they go there and they're not moved along. So maybe it's like, you're saying it's more like tide pools than being like, this is the place where I won't get moved along, so I'll stay there. It's like, you're saying it's like a stream, and there's like eddies.
No, I'm just saying like the people are just like plopping down. They're just like, hey, look, flat ground here.
They're like the same folks though. They've been camping out there for a while.
Oh, okay.
It's like same people.
Okay.
For a long
So
period
you got
of time.
some evidence too. I don't have any
One
evidence.
guy I recognize, I see him. He's there.
Yeah.
Pretty chill guy. Nice guy.
They're painting the building. Speaking of being across the street from a possible camp again.
They're painting which building?
This building.
This building. Really?
I painted right there. You can even just see like right there. See how that's orange? Like
What?
right, just like that little pillar right there.
Yeah?
Was that orange before?
Oh yeah.
It was?
Definitely, yeah.
Oh. Well, soon they're gonna paint it.
What?
Yeah.
Where'd you hear this?
From Todd.
Oh, you ran into Todd?
I did. I said, hey Todd, nice sign.
Oh yeah, that is a nice sign.
I don't know. I'm slightly concerned about I'm calling it being gentrified, but it kind of is, or something.
Yeah.
Like, soon, because they're, like, measuring the building, like, painting stuff. Like, some people, they're like, I think this was on some TV show, but I don't know if it's real, but, like, you make the outside of your house look really horrible
Oh yeah.
to try to keep the price down
I've heard
and not get kicked out of your own neighborhood.
Dwayne the Dark Dentist was doing that.
Yeah. Well,
With like keeping the property values low.
what's the advantage of that when you're an owner?
You pay less taxes on it. If the property value
Really?
is low, then you pay less property tax.
But then you pay the same amount of rent?
You don't pay rent. You own it.
Yeah, but you charge rent. You're charging rent.
Yeah.
But you charge the same amount of rent? Like, don't you make more, don't you make more money from having a nicer place than having a cheaper property tax?
That's why all the landlords are raising their rent right now is because of the housing market. All the houses are like being valued a lot higher, and so then while their property tax hasn't been going up, and they've been charging this like level of rent, the property tax goes up, and so now they're like, oh, we need to pass this on to our tenants, and so like they're raising rents all over the place actually. And if you keep your property value down, your property tax low as a landlord renting to people, then you have a higher profit margin from whatever you're charging for rent, no matter what.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. That's also conjecture because like the whole Dwayne thing. I don't know if that's real. He definitely paints them black and like says don't do yard work. So
I actually paid some property taxes, and it is way, way less, like way less than rent.
Oh
Like,
yeah, definitely.
So I don't know about I don't know nothing about nothing. Except for, you
They're
know,
not used to having to pay anything, I think. They're like, what? I have to pay more?
yeah, I know things.
My tenants are going to pay for this.
I know everything. About everything.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to one of these and call him. Hi.
Why each of people
It's really not able to hear you well.
with me. Somebody finish. Dr. Bird, Dr. Kenny,
Yeah,
Dr. Freddy,
he's doing a Mr. Ginsu impression.
Dr. Yo. So, I got a question for you.
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh,
My hands are cold. Damn it.
it's more of a statement than a question. That's what Mr. Ginsu says too.
Here, let's make sure I have
I got a question for you. Well, more of a statement than a question.
my ID
Yeah.
card in my pocket. Here. One card, my ID, the other card. Probably my debit card. Two cards in my pockets. So I have both cards. So let's stop stressing about that. Such a mess. Oh, such a hot mess. Oh boy. Oh, it's so hot. You know?
Yep.
Oh jeez. Oh, that's just me. Oh, that's just me. That's just how I am. So, you know me. That's just how I am. Oh geez.
Yeah, maybe you can fix it.
Well,
This is who I am. I got this problem, but I'm just gonna live with it.
dirty child.
Hey, it's just part of me, okay? You know me.
$7 up.
Like,
I'm flawed.
I crashed into a family. I killed a whole family of God-fearing, kids and the husband of the judge. I killed the judge with my car. But you know me, I kill families.
That's just
Hey, it's just me.
I think so. Jesus Christ. 150.
Oh no, it smells cigarettes.
Smoky.
No, it's not the cigarettes that are
Walking around.
that I don't like. It's just like having
Air
possible
particles.
potential breaths of others.
My,
Yeah.
my phone, Uber today.
I think more.
Oh, he left his phone in an Uber?
Oh,
That's what he said, right?
My cell phone on a Uber. So that was great. That was fun.
how did that happen? I was
How do you
just.
call the Uber back? With
Oh yeah, Ubers, man. I was just like, I have like a limited lunch break, and what's going on right now? Somebody else. I have a limited lunch break, so I have to go get the food and eat it. You know,
yeah.
and I don't have the phone, so I'm going. If I want food, I'm basically only going to the trucks or fast food because if I want restaurant food, I got to order it ahead of time, and I'm not
Yeah.
doing that. And
Can't use the phone at your desk?
maybe I could, but it might. Well, I don't know if they'll care. But they might be like, "Why don't you use your cell phone?"
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to admit to them that I don't have it because I don't want to. I just don't want to get. I basically. Hello? Oh.
Whatever happened to the threat yesterday? Was that yesterday?
Oh yeah, hey y'all, this is a program. You can call us back. You have about 16 minutes. We're just gonna continue with the program. You like that, don't you, y'all, fellow? You know. So Freddie was just asking me about this threat, which
you
I
already
was.
talked about on the show during couch time, maybe?
I don't know if I did. I was slightly. I really got into it today. I don't remember what I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Something. I like by the end of couch time, it like dinged. And I was like, oh, I didn't even say the things today. But what was I even saying?
Yeah.
Not sure. I don't remember.
What
But-
you said?
I don't know what I said. What did I say? Viewers, were you watching? I'm going to have to go and watch it and be...
Oh, I watched, but I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention.
yeah, I'll be surprised. I surprised myself with what I had said. But yesterday, we got evacuated, and I was slightly concerned about the privacy of the It's like I work for the government, and I'm like, am I allowed to say that there was like a bomb threat?
Right.
But it was published in the Olympian, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
So
That's probably vindicating.
So there was like, apparently there was like a unlabeled package in some government building. It wasn't even my government building. It was like across the street. So really, probably even if it was a bomb, it probably wouldn't have affected me unless it was like a 3-block bomb.
Yeah.
Which is, that's not a thing. Like,
I
it's
don't
like
know.
a crazy atomic bomb or like a disease bomb or something like that.
Yeah.
But the government, they're playing it safe, which I'm fine with because I didn't have to go to work. It's
I
kind of
saw on, because maybe if they found one somewhere, it might not be the only one. That's the other thing, too.
It's like a Die Hard situation. Like,
No, I watched the X-Files, and they were like, the X-Files movie, and they
Yeah.
find a...
oh, not
like-
Die Hard, X-Files.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They think there's a bomb in one building, and they find a bomb in the other building.
Yeah.
And then it was a trick. They bomb threaded one building and then blew up the other building
Yeah.
to hide the
So
alien
it wasn't
bodies.
even an actual threat.
It was just a suspicious package.
Apparently, it was making noises.
Really? What
Yeah.
was it? Did they ever find out what it was?
Yeah, it was some kind of device, like not a nefarious device, just like whatever electronic thing.
Uh-huh.
And it was, I guess, losing charge. So it was just beeping.
Oh man.
And then, I don't know, I didn't actually see the thing, but that's what they said in the Olympian. And I guess they're probably, there was people in my building that were like suited up. Like
Wow.
they're like, oh, go! I think they're having a good time.
Yeah.
Because there's actually like this like little cop shop like in my building, and they're just like sitting there. Like they don't even,
We got to sweep for bombs.
yeah, they don't
Time to sweep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're doing probably maybe nothing. Maybe they got paperwork to do.
One
Like
time
me.
we got kicked out of the parking garage by probably those people because of the NRB, and then we were like filming in like the parking garage.
Gotta do after 5.
Huh?
After 5, nobody will be in there.
Yeah, maybe it was early. I don't know. I was like surprised that we got caught.
Yes. Well, now it's way less likely to be caught because of virus.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's good to know.
But yeah, it was not even a threat. It was just like some package, and then we all got.
Funny that the cop shop's 9 to 5. That's really silly actually.
Yeah, well, I don't know even. I don't even know why they're there. I guess it's like kind of the whole thing is. So,
Yeah.
but they kicked us all out, and we get paid anyway because the government's wasting their
Did
money
anyone go back?
on me.
Or nobody went back that
Nobody
day?
went back.
Yeah.
Nobody went back. Today we're all like, hey, who's gonna call him the next bomb threat, huh?
Right.
Like, yeah.
Yep.
So-
Office jokes.
Yep. So everybody's like, hey, what did you do yesterday? Like so I saw Sonic 2 and stuff.
That's good. That's a good thing to
It was
talk about
good.
on the water cooler too, right?
Yeah. It was a good movie. I'm not telling people. I'm like, maybe I'm talking about them in a vague way.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna find this thing. I don't wanna be. I guess. Well, I don't know if I want to. Do I want to be friends with the people I work with or something? Or
Uh-huh.
you don't want them to know too much. So I'm trying to get them to think that I'm going home and not
Yeah.
living.
What did you do? Well, not make a TV show and write a book. That's for sure.
yeah.
Anything but that, basically.
Yeah. Well, I saw Sonic 2 directly after the thing. I didn't go directly to a studio like every other day to do a TV show. But yeah, so it was nothing, and we all got evacuated, and it was.
Well, I'm glad you're alive.
I got time off.
Glad you didn't
Thank
get
you. You
exploded
too.
by the bomb.
You also.
Yeah, we could. You always think that you're safe,
Yeah.
there could be a bomb or a device or anything, anytime, basically.
Yeah.
Could happen.
You just like trip. I'm riding an escalator and an elevator actually.
Oh, both.
An
Dang.
escalator up and an elevator down.
Oh, yeah.
The elevator is enclosed, and that's a little weird, riding in the elevators.
That's got to be pretty safe, right? I feel like
Well-
elevators where you want to go for emergencies or something. Wait, no.
No, you go down the stairs.
Oh, the
We had to
opposite.
use the stairs for the evacuation. We couldn't. We weren't allowed. Well, because we had to go the back way. There's like a public area. And there's actually. Oh, I have my. Yeah, my key card is on my keys. There's actually like a. You have to have the key card to get into the anywhere behind where the public can go.
Oh, yeah.
And I have that, so we stayed in. Like we weren't allowed to leave key card zone.
Whoa. Because that's where, like, yeah, I can see how that'd be easier to be, like,
Yeah.
bomb thready if you don't have a key card, But yeah.
Yeah, I actually, and even when I was working from. Oh, they're doing stuff.
What we got?
It's like. Oh yeah. They.
It's living.
I wonder, like, everybody has their bedding. I guess because they don't have a bed.
Yeah.
So you carry your bed with you, so you can just like lie down and go to sleep or something.
Yeah.
But, dang, just like wow.
Yep.
Like,
That's got to be rough.
yeah. You ever carry around your bedding when it's cold out around your house? I do that sometimes, like on a rare occasion. Like if I'm not, maybe if I'm not feeling great or if I'm feeling very lazy, I'll do it.
Sometimes I'll take a pillow to the couch.
Yeah, but not a blanket? Never a
I
blanket.
like to leave my bedding on my bed.
Do you have a public, or not a public, but like a for the public blanket? Not even for the public, but for not the bed blanket?
Yeah. I've got like a guest bedding.
And then you get, so you ever
If I
take
was,
that?
like, really cold, it hasn't happened very often,
Yeah.
then I would get that. If I'm really cold, I'll just go to bed. Get to
Yeah.
bed.
But we're gonna watch TV.
In bed.
Oh yeah. What was I saying before this? I said something about the evacuation or something. I forgot. I was going somewhere. I'm always going somewhere though.
Yeah.
But then now I'm not going somewhere because I was trying to go where I was trying to go before. Now I gotta go a new way.
Going nowhere. Going backward.
Yeah, I was talking
New
about
direction.
something about getting evacuated, going somewhere.
Key card only.
Key card only.
Going down the
Can't go in
stairs.
there. So even
Don't go in an escalator.
yeah, even when I worked at home, I'm back. I caught the train. This is exactly where I was. I know where I was.
Oh, you made it back?
Yeah, I did. I caught the
Wow.
train. It's like, well, I better stay on the train too. I'm about to derail again.
Oh no, I'm like literally hanging off the train.
Yeah, but like,
You're like on top of the train.
Yeah,
Like in the action scene.
yeah, I'm about to. Oh, okay, here I am. Okay, I made it back on the train. Even while I was working from home, they made us do these like safety trainings as if we weren't working from home, like office safety,
Oh, yeah.
because they never really quite had a chance to completely like assimilate or like acclimate to working from home.
Yeah.
So it was still like half office culture, which really made like a lot of the stuff I was doing like made no sense when working at home. I was like, what is going on now that I got like an actual office job? Some of it's making a lot more sense.
The whole Friday thing.
Well, no, not the whole Friday thing. Just like some of like the weird like just like some of the or like the they call it onboarding paperwork and stuff. I'm like, what is this stuff about? So, but they teach you. They make you take this like they call it a module. So I thought the modules were just for work from home, but the modules are for everybody, which is like these videos where they just like they're training videos, which are like really poorly made. Where I'm like, maybe we should get into making government module videos. Well, actually, probably not, because they are not going to update them because they're old and they don't care, and they're only for legal reasons. But they tell you like what to do if you get an intruder like with a gun.
Maybe what we need to do is first we start lobbying them so that they have to update their videos every other year. Keep them updated with new information.
They're like, here are some people who could potentially be threats.
Yeah.
Strangers you don't know. Your coworkers.
Oh no.
Or your coworkers' loved ones.
Oh no.
So basically,
Everyone.
basically like naming everyone. So
People you know.
like even
People you don't know.
so like even people you know can sometimes get crazy, like get violent. You're like, oh what? So yeah, but it's like
People to
yeah.
watch out for. Crazy people. People who aren't crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, really.
But they're like, so if you get, if you're,
Are you on the list? Or like yourself?
yourself, look up yourself. Yeah, so maybe you might be on the list, but like, they're like, if the intruders come out to get you, first hide, you know, like, they're trying to move, whatever, they say all this stuff, and then like, if the intruder, so then you like barricade your door,
Yeah.
and it's like, what? And it's like, if that doesn't work, then, run.
Oh yeah.
And if they're there, if they show up, find a weapon.
What?
Like,
Really? So find a
like
weapon?
many things can be used as a weapon.
Whoa.
Look around you. You
my
can find a
God.
heavy thing or a stick.
Wow.
And, you know, it's like, you are now fighting for your life. What? Or something like that.
Holy
It's like,
shit.
your life is in your own hands.
Oh
so
my God.
if you have to resort to violence, like, they will. So you know, something like that. I mean, it's not like they don't say it like that explicitly, but that's basically what they're saying.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know I don't know why it's like, it seems like they're stating the obvious, but
Uh-huh.
maybe people are dumb.
Well,
Which happens,
I
actually,
bet they have to state the obvious for legal reasons
Yeah,
also. It's like,
yeah.
oh, you didn't mention this. You didn't mention that anything could be used as a weapon. Like,
there are,
for legal reasons.
Yeah.
The government's all about like covering their ass for legal reasons.
now, like, I worked at, like, the same job for such a long time that I didn't realize that some people are dumb.
Hmm.
You know, you see people in, like, with a nice job,
Yeah.
and you're like, well, you must have earned this.
Yeah. You must be smarter than me, a
Yeah.
food service worker, obviously. No.
It's not true. They're all, like, you are probably the smartest one.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, maybe I mean, I guess,
We're talking about you.
yeah, it's you. I thought,
Especially our viewers are all
yeah,
intelligent people.
yeah.
So
We're the smartest and most modest, too.
just know that a lot of people out there aren't as smart as you, viewer.
We're the modestest. Hey, ask anybody.
I'll tell you.
I'm the least racist person there is. Ask anybody. I'm less racist than others. That's, I think, yeah. The Voldemort guy said that, you know?
Yeah. I'm the least dumb person there is.
Ask
No
any-
one out there is less dumb than I am.
Yeah. Ask anybody. We're getting down to, we got about 4 minutes left. Oh, I should probably do a message to the future and look at 2018.
Oh, yeah. It's a good idea.
Yep. I'm going to go back. I don't know. I keep doing overtime. I like, maybe I was
Too
like,
excited.
Huh?
Too excited.
I'm too excited, or I was conditioned by food service to nab my hours or something.
Overtime? Oh, I thought you meant on the program.
No, not. Oh, yeah, that's overtime too.
Sorry, I thought you meant you were going over an hour last
Oh,
couple
hey,
days.
I'm going over an hour. I got more to say today. No,
Yeah, no,
there's
that's
always
what you meant.
tomorrow. No,
Okay.
but I'm gonna be going back to work tomorrow, even though it's Saturday.
What, again? I was
Um,
working overtime.
we're working overtime. It's crazy over there.
Are you still doing the papers, or you doing the calls now?
Well, now that I'm on the calls, I don't have a lot of time for the papers. So on Saturdays,
The
we're
papers.
so it's like.
Wow.
Yeah, for a while we were all doing papers, and then we all did the calls, and now the paper is getting behind, and we got to do the paper. So now that I got like free time, like yesterday
Uh-huh.
for not working, and now I'm like logicking myself into being like, well, if I had free time then for money, then that was my free time anyway. So would I need more free time? You know?
Now I need to have
Path.
time where
It's
am not free, but I'm
Sunday,
also
and
still
we're
making
back
money.
here on the
Yeah.
couch again. Mr. Ginsu's messages are going crazy. Have you gotten a new phone system yet? Because
No.
the phone thing
I think we did.
not working.
We did during the
Greatest,
virus times.
Grandma took
Yeah.
We
medication
really
today,
upgraded actually.
and life is.
We came back- I think we came back
every
better. We
day
didn't even know.
forever. Okay,
Yep.
bye.
Were we still using that like machine, like the tablet, like before?
Oh, I forgot about the
Were
tablet.
we using the tablet all the way up until when we left the studio?
Maybe.
That's so wild.
I think we stopped using the tablet because of like a Google Voice upgrade that like obsoleted it.
Hmm.
But I'm not sure. This is definitely better. Sometimes I think we should just get like a easy PC computer that does all this stuff, and then we can use this in a way where we could actually like use it.
That's a good idea.
effectively.
There would only be like
Like $100
a
bucks.
couple hundred. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
not
actually.
much. Prefer a PC.
I would. Well, yeah, and I would buy it.
Oh, that's a good idea. We should go to the Oldie Geek. That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, the government uses only Windows, and they don't even, they use like, I think it's, well, the one before 10. What is that? Like
9.
9? I mean, that's what you would think, but it's definitely like XP, L6, WWOL5, and then 10.
Windows XP.
It's like, cause that's like Microsoft, because they're the ones that made the Xbox One, which was like,
What the hell is that? They're like, oh, here we go. We got our Xbox 360. What's after 360? One. Yeah.
Yeah. So they want, I mean, PlayStation is doing it, right?
They're doing like counting? Yeah.
Yeah, they're on PlayStation 5, I think, right?
Yeah, that's what you should do. Why are they doing crazy stuff?
I don't, is it like
Xbox?
Isn't it like a purposeful attempt to make the old things seem
We're
better?
going into overtime.
Hey, future, it's us, the past. We're going to overtime. You got I had a lot to say apparently.
But we don't remember what it was. Do you remember what it was?
Something about phones. There's a homeless camp starting across the street. Are they still over there? There's the known.
Find out what happened with that bomb threat from yesterday. The rest of the
It
story
was fake. Bye, future. All right, here's the credits. We made it. You know, sometimes barely. Maybe we made it full on today.
Today, not barely.
Oh. Thanks for watching.
That's beautiful.
It's Friday. We're on TCTV Channel 22 at 11:30 and 2 a.m. Check it out. Yeah, YDHWM on YouTube. 360-364384. Call me a message. Get on TV.
That's right. 109 Stewart Avenue, number 3. That's our address.
YDHWM.com.
We took that off there.
Yeah, maybe we'll put it back because the virus probably weren't here, so we took it off. Probably Friday. Thank you. Maybe it's time. TCTV, the baby, doing fabulous. Open book, Force Radio, Southspy.com. Rebecca Mountain, more information about Southspy.com. John Webster, Thurston County, Washington State, USA. Thank you. And viewers only. Hey, here's John. Call me. Hi.
Hi, John.
Oh yeah, dog.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.